Now that I'm back home from tour and back from the 450 North corn maze little adventure I went on, I have time to get into some more of these beers that the brewtubers sent to me from the brewtubers get together. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. Obviously, you heard my intro, you see the shirt. This is going to be another beer that the kind brewtubers who went down to the brewtubers get together 2025 sent me since I couldn't go myself. So this looks like an amazing beer. It's a great name. At least the can art's amazing. What they've sent me here is Stolen Trailer from Magnetic South Brewery out of Anderson, South Carolina. And that's one of my biggest nightmares. My job, my profession is I'm a merchandise manager for musicians, specifically heavy metal bands generally. And we're always worried about the trailer getting stolen. If you read the news, musicians, bands are constantly getting their trailers stolen different places. Knock on wood, it's never happened to me, but I'm always worried about it. It's always a concern. So this is a great name for a beer for me because it relates to me and my industry. And it's such a killer can art. It's a giant UFO hauling away a trailer. It's really cool can art. It's a nice looking picture. I mean, it's nice looking artwork, but I hope that never happens to me. So this is a German wheat beer. It's 5.2% ABV, even though that's what it says on the can, but once again, Untapped says 4.6. Untapped lists some IBUs, but since the ABV is wrong, I doubt that the IBUs are correct either. And this can's a little beat up from the wonderful people at UPS. There's also a canned on date. It's gone. Oh, that's a best. Oh, damn. This is really old. I'm shocked at this. So it says it's gone. 9/24/24. This is 2025. It's October 2025. And they picked it up, I'm guessing around July, sometime in there. So I'm surprised that it is that old. Kind of disappointing. Hopefully this beer is still good. I have to keep that in mind when I rate it. On Untapped, it gets a 3.72 with 341 check-ins. Beer Advocate, there was no rating. Not even any head when I opened it. Pour it in the glass, see what happens. Man, I'm really disappointed. I mean, I get suckered all the time by not checking canned on dates. But if they bought this in July of 2025, there's no reason it should be the September 2024 date on the bottom. It's very disappointing. Whatever beer store this came from or brewery, you need to rotate your stock. Get a nose on it. Picking up a little celery. Little celery, and that's about it. Color, kind of a hazy light yellow. A lot of carbonation. Probably about a 3. Yeah, about a 3 on my SRM. Big white, finely tightly packed bubble head. Yeah, the only thing I'm really getting on the nose is a little bit of celery. Man, I hope this beer's still good. Let's find out, everybody. Cheers. It's definitely past its prime. I'll tell you that right now. There is a very faint vegetal taste. For 5.2%, I'm surprisingly picking up a little bit of almost evaporative kind of booziness on the back of my exhale. I definitely don't expect either of those things from a German wheat. However, it still overall does taste pretty good. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it. No real bitterness. Slightly malty. Other than that little grassy, vegetal, celery kind of flavor that just is very in the background almost. It tastes like a well-balanced lager. I don't know if I'd call this a German wheat beer or even a German style wheat beer. But again, it's hard to rate this because of how old it is according to the date on the can. Maybe a little bit of like hoppy, generic hoppy, like fruity hop flavor on the very back end, very faint as well. It's quite tasty, actually. Surprisingly, with all the age. I do enjoy this beer, although I don't think it's what it's supposed to be because of how old it is, which is disappointing. When you get a beer like this, especially when it's a gift, and they bought it and shipped it to you, and they didn't notice the date on the bottom. It's even more of a bummer than when you buy one yourself, because you see that somebody put a lot of time and effort into thinking about things that you would like, either styles or just like the can, the label art, the name. Definitely awesome label art. The name of the can definitely relates to me and my industry. So you want to give it a really high rating. Not that I rate beers on my channel, but you also want to try to rate it as it is. So this is going to be one of those mixed rated beers, like that pumpkin beer I had. As a German wheat, I would give it a let it play. If this is what the beer is supposed to taste like fresh, I wouldn't be upset if somebody handed this to me. It's easily to drink. I just would never call it a German wheat beer. As it is, I still quite enjoy it. I still think it's quite tasty. I can get past the little tiny hint of celery vegetalness. And if you just handed it to me, said this was like a lager or just a nondescript beer, I could crush a bunch of them. I could pound these. I would give it a horns up, begrudgingly. Got to take in consideration the date. It's hard to rate beers that are past date that you didn't know were past date and aren't supposed to be aged. So it's kind of a mixed bag here. As a German wheat beer, let it play at best. The flavors I'm picking up, and just as a beer, would I drink or not, I'd begrudgingly giving it a horns up. And all the brew tubers out there, really appreciate you sending me those beers and picking these beers out. I know it's not your fault that you guys didn't realize or didn't see the date on the can. You're just trying to pick out beers to send me. Don't know where you got it from. It's kind of a shame. Would love to try this fresh. Would love to get down to Magnetic South Brewery and try it fresh. But it is what it is, right? Make sure you go check out all those brew tubers that were down to get together. I'll list them all down below in the description. It's an adventure drinking and trying different beers that people send you. And as always, embrace the adventure.